let me start by saying beating Watford away at Watford, certainly not everyone's cup of tea, you know. Man United will tell you better. What's happening, people? My name is Mihir Merchant. Welcome back to the channel. This is Watford 1, Chelsea 2. Somehow Chelsea do enough, right, to weather the storm at Vicarage Road. This away day at Watford could have easily been a very tricky away day, could have been a disastrous away day if you ask me, but Chelsea get the job done in the end. In spite of so many injury problems to the main players, in spite of a lot of second choice, third choice players in the starting 11, and in spite of a few injuries even in that 11 in the game, Chelsea somehow, right, do enough to come away with all 3 points. This is Watford 1, Chelsea 2 review. Let's go. Well, first up, let's talk about that first half. And before we talk anything about the football, we have to talk about that one fan in the stadium who had a cardiac arrest in the ground, and well, the gameplay was stopped for a good 30 minutes. Yeah, before we talk anything about the football, we hope and we pray that that fan, even though it's a Watford fan, it's a rival team's fan, we hope that he's doing better now. And I would also like to say it's an excellent bit of work from the Premier League officials, right, to recognize that a fan has had a medical condition or a cardiac arrest, something as big as a cardiac arrest, in the stadium, and to send help over there and to stop the play, right, to begin again only when that fan was better, only when that fan was in good care. Usually with football, with home days, away days, your team, my team, we kind of tend to forget that life is more important, yours or mine or any other fans, even if it's a rival. Some great bit of work from the officials to recognize someone was in pain, to send them help, and to only start the game again when that person was feeling better. Big thumbs up to the Premier League officials. After that 30-minute or so break with a 5-minute warm-up after as well, the game resumed, and Chelsea looked like a different team when they came out, right? First 10 minutes, Watford was dominating. They were all over Chelsea like a rash, and Chelsea kind of was, this was a blessing in disguise, this half-an-hour break. We started attacking, we started asking Watford a lot more questions, right? Mount coming so close, hitting the post. With a beautiful shot, but lucky for Watford there. Soon after, right, Chelsea got the breakthrough, and it was a very, very well worked out goal that you can see is right from the training ground. Rudiger loves to charge ahead with the ball, but this time he just sent the ball flying over, right, to Alonso, who just traps it down brilliantly with so much great technique, and passes it or cuts it back to Havertz. Havertz then, he's in front of goal, right, Havertz? So if he wants to, he can just smash it, but he didn't. Unselfishly plays it on the right for Mount, who then bangs it in. It was a great goal that combined a centre-back with a ball over the top, a wing-back, and then two forwards unselfishly combining to score a goal. And this showed that this was a proper Thomas Tuchel training ground goal. What a fantastic way to go in the lead. But that lead, unfortunately, did not last very long, right? The midfield partnership of Saul and Ruben Loftus-Cheek is not working out. Never, I want to see never that midfield ever again together. Usually in a 3-4-3, right, if you're playing in the middle of that formation, in the middle of the four, right, them two. Usually the two midfielders in the four of the 3-4-3, right, you have to have the qualities to charge ahead, right, to pass the ball, the vision, and you need defensive abilities as well to cover your defenders, because there's only 3 at the back as opposed to 4 traditionally. Chelsea were not able to do that with Saul and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, right? That cover in the middle was not there at all. Watford ran past us like the midfield did not exist, and that is very, very bad. We missed Kante, we missed Jorginho, we missed Kovacic even, because these are the players that do the attacking and the defending. With Ruben and Saul, they can go ahead, they can charge ahead, they have the vision, the passes, but defensively they don't give anything, and that is where Watford scored their first goal from. Ruben Loftus-Cheek gave the ball away very, very cheaply, I would say, and then they just ran past, and Dennis with not a great finish, but he did the job, just went in slowly, but they capitalized on our mistake, they capitalized on the weak midfield that left the defense open, and they got back in the game. But it's not anything they didn't deserve, it's just exactly what they deserved. Could have had a lot more controversy in the end as well if Mendy was not aware to save Sissoko's shot, right? Dennis put Sissoko through, and only if Sissoko's shot had a little more power, a little more guile, they could have been 2-1 up. But Mendy was aware, Mendy was alert, like he was pretty much throughout the game. Very, very well kept for Mendy. It's hard, when the keeper doesn't have a lot to do, and then all of a sudden that one big save comes across. But he was well alert, well aware. Very good keeping by Mendy. It was 1-1 at the break. Unfortunately, it was also the end of Saul's game. He has had 2 Premier League starts against Villa and against Watford, and he has been subbed out at half-time for both of them. So it's fair to say that he's having a fairly shocking start in the Premier League. So physicality looks too much for him. I don't think it was the right partnership to judge him on, with Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the middle. Maybe if we see him with a Kante, or maybe if we see him with a Jorginho, right, who can control the game a little more, who are a little more mature, then we can see him flourish. But until then, what we've seen so far, Saul has had a very shocking start to the season, and he will really need to do something magical, right, to get any more playing time, or else he's back to Atletico without any good memories at Stamford Bridge. It was obvious and it was clear that we were having a lot of problems. We were outrun by Watford. Tuchel saw that and he made changes immediately. Ziyech came on for Saul. Later on in the game, Lukaku came on for Azpilicueta, and I think Silva came on for the injured Trevor Chalobah. Even after the substitutions, right, even after recognizing something's wrong, changing it, even after that, Watford was still coming at us. Watford was still hungry, and they still looked the more dangerous side. But then steps up Mason Mount and Hakim Ziyech. Against the run of play, Chelsea go into the lead with a beautiful, beautiful goal by Hakim Ziyech. It was set up by Mason Mount. He was my man of the match. Definitely, if you saw the game, you know what I'm talking about. In that particular goal, he takes the ball down on the left flank, just cuts a pass back to Ziyech, who has exquisite technique. Like, how great is it when you can hit the ball like that first time without taking a touch? Ziyech blasted it at the keeper. He tried to get both hands on it, but it was just so fast that it just went past him in a flash. This is what champions do, get in the lead. Yeah, that's exactly what champions do. I have grown up with Manchester United, Arsenal, and even other European teams picking up the wins, right, winning titles, but by still picking up wins even on their bad games. Even when you go away, even if you had a shit day, even if you had a very crappy game, you come away with the 3 points. That is exactly what champions do. And I think this was that kind of a performance from Chelsea. We did not play to our standard. We did not play to the intensity that we play with. We've had a horrible game against Man United where we dropped points. So winning was all that mattered in this game. And Chelsea stepped up in the right moments, at the right times, with the right substitutions as well. You have to give credit to the whole team, including the manager and the staff as well. A Champions level performance, right? That win keeps us at the top of the table. Couldn't have been any better. I would like to give credit to Watford as well. This Watford now, really, it doesn't matter if they're 17th. Their position on the table does not show how they play. They're playing with passion, they're playing with hunger, they're playing with desire. And especially in the last few weeks after Ranieri has come in, they look like they will have that hunger throughout the season. They will have that motivation throughout to save themselves. Just with Ranieri, something's changing. Something's happening in the background that we are not aware of, and it's only good news for Watford, I think. They play good, they play with hunger, and that showed yesterday. But like I said, against my belief, against the odds, Chelsea have gone and got the W, they have gone and got the 3 points, which keeps us at the top of the table for even longer. After the Man United game, the blip that we had, we lost 2 points. two very crucial points at the top. And I know Liverpool won elsewhere and Man City won elsewhere, but it was just important that we win. It doesn't matter how we win. It was just important that we do. And after that performance, I want to believe even more that if we keep doing this, if we keep really believing, keep doing what we are doing, we can go all the way and lift that Premier League trophy for Tuchel and the club and all the fans. That's it for this video, guys. My name is Mihir Merchant. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe, spread the love. You know the drill. You know what I'm talking about by now. Just go do it. Just do it, man. I promise you, you won't regret it. Oh yeah, and I'll see you in the next one.